There we go. Hey, what's up, guys? Hopefully the audio isn't too bad. Yo, what's up, Mo? How you doing, bro? Put this up there. Make sure our charging's working. LP Outdoors Adventures, what's up? Prime Fork, brother man, how you doing? Thomas Bryant, what's happening? How are you? We're doing okay. Unfortunately, we're inside the house again. I was hoping to get out and shoot a video today. I was going to do the the video for the raiding today, but sure enough, the rain just won't freaking quit, man. The rain won't quit. Big boss man, yes sir. So after spending the whole day chilling outside, smoking and slinging, I wasn't willing to go stand out in the rain again for a full fucking day today. So I said, forget it. We're gonna hang out inside the garage, and I'll see if I can get this guy finished up today. Yeah, it should look pretty nice once it's all done. You can't really see it right now, but that inside here is all micarta with a G10 liner and and some oak on the front that I got from my buddy Rick over at Hillbilly Slings and Wares, and I'm gonna see if I can get this guy all prettied up and shootable. Hey, Daryl's in the house too. What's up, Daryl? Bazzy? Oh, wow, we got everybody coming in here today. It's awesome. Jack Dawson, what's up? How you doing, Jack? Man, yesterday I was out shooting that companion. By the time I went live yesterday, I'd already been in and outside all day long, and I'd been shooting for many hours, filming a video that I'm going to be putting up in the next, probably today, maybe tomorrow. We'll see if we've got the live going today. Maybe I'll release the video tomorrow, and we'll see how it goes. But it was I landed one of my best shots ever yesterday, and it was pretty cool. Yeah, I couldn't hit a damn thing by the time the end of the day came. I was so burnt out from slinging and shooting and being out in the cold all day, or in and out of the cold anyway, that yeah, it was just a waste. When I ended up going live again after the rain started coming down again, and I was like, fuck, man, I don't want to get wet anymore. Enough of this. Oh, we'll call it. Yeah, so we cut that little live short. Hi, Mark. What's up, man? How you doing? I don't know how to pronounce your name, but how you doing, bro? Shades, what's up? I'll make it wood. Yeah, this one's called my Avro. This is an Avro. It's a design of mine. It should be pretty nice once we get this all sanded out. That's going to be a red micarta in the middle. It's going to look pretty cool. I got another one with walnut. That's pretty nice. So we're going to see if we can sand it up. And actually, I should probably back the camera up. It looks like I'm doing something dirty. There we go. Now you can see me actually sand. So we're not going to get that weird ass comment of what the hell am I doing and whatnot. Let's catch up with this chat here. System, what's up? Hillbilly had some bargains going for sale. Yeah, you can't go wrong with Hillbilly stuff, man. M, hello, sir. How are you doing, Mr. M? Today I pigeon hunted. Oh, nice. You had success? I'm here. Let the pigeons loose. How you doing, Hoggy? Yeah, that's what I figured, Amy. That's why I'm backing this thing up here. Yo, Pops. What's up? The blacks. Are you dropping that on on us again? How you doing, bro? Hope you're doing all right. Yeah. So this this little Avro here that I'm sanding down, it's kind of going to be a test, or the other one was a test, because I did get a big kind of a chunk taken out of it from the router when I was routing it out. A big piece of wood kind of split out of it. I know I could probably fix it. I know we had one of my subscribers was telling me that we can, you can fill it up with some glue and all that stuff would be fine. But I'm still testing it to make sure that the natural materials glued to the synthetic materials are going to be durable enough. And if they are, then maybe this one will go up for a raffle when it's all done. I'll definitely drill a hole in there and get the maker's mark in there. I think it'll be a pretty good looking slingshot. The one thing I will say is the one that I'm testing, the walnut one. I've done lots of shooting with it. You guys have seen me shoot it quite a few times, and it seems to be holding its own. I haven't had anything go wrong with the lamination of it yet. I never put a pin in it or anything. So while I'm out here shooting it, it's pretty much just relying solely on the epoxy to keep it together, which is making me pretty happy because it does a couple of things. It basically lets me know for sure that the epoxy that I'm using is good, which I've tested quite a lot already. But it also gives me an idea of how the slingshot's going to react to different materials being glued together, because I definitely want to make sure that when somebody gets one of these slingshots, they're going to last forever. And that is a must for me. I want them to last. Let's see if we can just maybe turn this down just a little bit, get it a little closer so I can read. There we go. What we're doing, we're sanding down this slingshot here, just getting it all cleaned up, and anyway, it should be a banger of a shooter, that's for sure. I know Shades in the chat has been shooting a Wrap and Tuck Avro, and he seems to be enjoying it, which makes me super happy, and I hope he'll continue to be happy with his purchase. That was an absolute beauty of a slingshot. I love how that one came out. Hopefully you're still loving it, Shades. Welcome, like, and subscribe. Y'all better hit that like button. Trolls are welcome, of course. My troll game's on point, Mo. I'm trans, deal with it one. How you doing? Said hi. Can I slingshot? Can I use slingshot bands? 0.6. I'm pretty sure it could. I've got a. I've been testing it with 0.5, and it's handling it not a problem. And I tune my bands pretty short, so it's not really much of an issue with the 0.6. I'm pretty sure. I'm not so sure if I'd go too heavy with it, with like a 0.7 or something like that, but it's definitely a great everyday plinker slingshot. So if you want to get out and do some all-around shooting or an EDC, it's a super light. It's going to be a flat slingshot that's going to fit right in your pocket real easy. You're not going to need any kind of tools to band it up. It's just a quick wrap and tuck. And if you want to get fancy with a wrap and tuck, you can always just get yourself a band tying tool. If not, you can. If you don't want to use a band tying tool, you could always just use a simple. Just wrap it over your thumb and just pop it under the pop the band under the or over the other one, and you should be just fine with it. There we go. Yeah, the more I sand it, the more that red's going to start popping out, which is pretty cool. And as we go down further and further in the grits, the colors are going to start to pop even better and better, which is going to be nice. This is going to be a beautiful slingshot. I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to let this one go if all works out properly. We'll see. There's only so many arrows a man needs, though. You make arrows? No, I don't make arrows. Unlucky BS, what's up? Ben the Kid, what's up? Sadly, you died, what's up? Slama Drawing, what's up? Andrew McDonald, name a car for an edit. Not going to do it, man. I got to ask you something there, Andrew, since you're in here. Are you a bot? I got to ask, because there's so many people that ask to name a car for an edit. And I know you're not going to admit you're a bot, if you are a bot, but what's the deal, man? Why are so many people curious about an edit for a car? What's the deal? So if I tell you name a car for an edit and I say Toyota Corolla, what are you going to do? Looks cool. Thanks, Unlucky. Shout me out, please. Yusef Destroys. What's up, Yusef? I used to work with Yusef. He was a good dude. Looks cool. That oak's going to be awesome, Mark. When it's finished, it hits. Oh, yeah, I know, man. I love oak. Oak is beautiful. And if I could put a couple of accents in there, I'm thinking about putting a couple of pins up close near here. The Maker's Mark, maybe a pin down here. We'll see. I've got a nice brass Maker's Mark for it. And I got a nice brass Maker's Mark, and I've got some, I think it's 1/8 thick brass pins that we can just pop in there and rough them up, drill the holes, and then glue them in. I think it'll be pretty nice. I don't know if we need more than 3, if we need one down at the bottom or not, but there's not going to be any force going on down there. Hey, Mr. Ropa, how you doing, buddy? Hello, random person. Flame Drawing. So what's up? Random person. Beautiful sandpaper. Thank you. Yeah, I'm basically just starting this off with 320. We'll see how it looks and how it feels when we're done with 320. And then I've got everything from 400 all the way up to 3,000. And we'll see how far we're willing to go with this. I don't know if we'll go all the way to 3,000 on it, but we'll definitely see if we can make it nice. Andrew McDonald, you see, that's why I'm thinking you're a bot, bro. Because I've already named a car, and you haven't given me an edit. So I'm no good in English. Oh, you're just fine in English, man. Yo, I thought you were sounding something inappropriate. Yeah, I know. The only thing is if I back up, see, there we go. If I back up too far, I'm not going to be able to read anything in the chat. So I try to stay a little bit close, but when I'm leaning in close, it looks like I'm rubbing one out. Mason Evans, shout out to Mason Evans. Now, Mason, I gave you a shout out. Can you hit me a thumbs up? Yo, what's up, Mikey? Mr. Mikey's in the house. How y'all doing in Phoenix? Phoenix, we're doing good, buddy. Another miserable day out here, though, unfortunately. Nothing but pouring freaking rain and cold weather and wind. Lots of wind. Yeah. When I did the router on the band grooves, it kind of gave a little rough edge, but the sandpaper kind of knocked that down real easy. It's already starting to look better. And you see here, it's got all those fuzzies on there, but that's the other side. Knocked them down real smooth and sweet. So we'll have to get both of these sides kind of deburred, I guess we'll call it. We'll see how it goes. How you doing? We're doing all right. Morning, y'all, from Mr. Daimler. Hey, Hawk, how you doing, buddy? By the way, I just finished watching your bunny rabbit shot. I guess that was for Easter. That was a pretty sick shot, dude. It's kind of crazy, actually. Is that a Saskatchewan accent? No, I'm from Quebec, bro. What's up, y'all? Double D's. What's going on, bro? My rotor took out a chunk of my thumb. Oh man, I gotta be honest with you, man. The router actually actually scares the shit out of me a little bit. And don't get me wrong, I'm not one of those little chicken shit pussies. I've worked in machinery for more than half my life, like heavy, crazy shit machinery. I've been pretty lucky. I've got all my fingers and toes, all that stuff. I've had a couple of injuries, but nothing too crazy. But there isn't a fucking tool that I've used that makes my asshole pucker more than that fucking thing. Because every now and then, for whatever reason, it'll jerk on you, or kick out on you, and a fucking accident on one of those routers is going to be catastrophic. It's going to be horrible. It's going to take a chunk of meat out of you. And if you're not quick enough to get your hand out of the way, it's going to take multiple chunks of meat out of you. So I'm always very, very nervous and very focused when I'm using that thing. Bruce Doug, what's up? That sucks, Joe. I've been there, yeah. Where the hell is ADANC? I don't even know what that is, dude. Hey D, since you're in the chat, I'm curious, man. How would you rank the companion on your top frames list? I probably went a little bit too long and too hard with that slingshot yesterday. I should have kind of not even went live at that point. I just couldn't hit a damn thing. I'd already been shooting all day long, but DDS. Do I think Josh is really going to hook back up with Nal? Witch doctor? I don't know who any of those people are, man. I need a slingshot. Yeah, we all need a slingshot, man. I'm telling you. If you're looking for a good slingshot, though, and you want to get started in it, I would highly recommend heading on over to OmegaSlingsUSA.com. If anybody wants to post that link, I'll link it up down in the description here. They supply some of the best elastic I've ever seen, I've ever shot, and I shoot it pretty much exclusively. They've got a lot of good targets, a lot of good slingshots, starter kits, anything from really well priced. I don't want to use the word cheap because all of their products that they carry are pretty much bang on and top notch. But there's just different price ranges. Some materials are cheaper than others, but you can get anything from a very basic slingshot that you'll be able to shoot excellent with to a absolute beautiful working piece of art from a custom builder from there. So I highly recommend you head on over there and check it out because they are pretty much a one-stop shop. So all of those beauty slingshots that you see from overseas in the UK and all that stuff, there's a lot of places, Indonesia, there's a lot of these guys that sell through Omega Slings. So you don't have to pay all those crazy prices for shipping and imports and all that stuff. So I highly recommend OmegaSlingsUSA.com. Canada Today, what's up, my friend? Not much. Stinkums. How you doing? Good hobby slingshot. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, man. It's a blast. And yesterday it was great. I was outside filming a video that'll go live either today or tomorrow. And I was working out how to use my new barbecue. A new really cheap barbecue that seems to be not as bad as I thought it was initially, that I had mentioned in my short that I made, my grill and slinger short. But I'll tell you what, I pulled off a really nice chuck roast in that thing yesterday. Had it for dinner, or most of it for dinner anyway, and it was fantastic. What's up, Shades? EC slingshots, you're blowing my mind here. When you start shooting, did you ever hit your hand? Nope. I only hit my hand one time actually 3 times in that one same live. But I was on a live with this guy Andy, who we don't really see around much anymore, unfortunately. But he's a great freaking dude, and I was trying to figure out how to shoot high style. And high style is a different way of shooting where you hold the bands or you hold the pouch in a different orientation, I guess. And anyway, I was trying to figure that out, and I shot myself in the hand 3 times in that live. Yeah, it hurts. But I just went back to, there's no need for me really to learn how to shoot high style. I'm not a speed shooter or anything like that. I'm more about just trying to get very precise with my shooting and figuring everything out. And anyway, that's the way I'm going to go about it. If I ever feel the need to really learn something different, I'll pick it back up again. But at the moment now, I'm happy shooting short draw. It's what I enjoy to do, and it's what I'm really good at. So in between short draw and a little bit of pickle fork, I think that's pretty much as far as I'm going to branch out for at the moment. Hold on a second. Would you EDC for self-defense or just for funsies? Well, I'll tell you this. If you're looking for something for self-defense, a slingshot's not really the best option. Do I think if some guy was not really paying attention in your direct direction and you wanted to drop a 3/8 steel into his ear hole, would he drop and stop doing whatever the hell he was doing? I'm pretty fucking sure he would, because that would break all kinds of shit in his head with a proper band, with a band set. So That said, yeah, it would probably do the trick. But having to get that close to somebody who's wielding a real weapon, not really the case. Now, if we're talking slingshots for for hunting or for target shooting or sport shooting, that kind of thing, it's absolutely a good tool for that. You can take all kinds of birds, you can take all kinds of critters with a slingshot. So it would definitely be a good tool for that. Mr. Z, how you doing, buddy? Radwa Osmond, how you doing? Name a car for an edit is like an inside joke thing. Really? All right, let's Beatrice, what's up? Let's catch up to the chat here. I'm way behind. There we go. Coaching shopping is an advanced move. Yo, Knuckle, what's up? Ella, what's up? You have to say hiya, coochie chop to shit high style. Yeah, no joke. No joke. Yeah. So you can see there's a little bit of progress here. We're starting to get our color back. We got some more sanding to do, but it is starting to pop up. Starting to pop up nice and slowly. Slowly but surely. I'm out. Stay safe, folks. Thanks, you Fine Home Painting. You take it easy. You stay dangerous. We'll try. I'm using Carbon Raindrop ATO with Omega 0.5 white sniper sling pouch, 9.5 steel. Yes, sir. How's that Raindrop frame treating to their shades? She's still in good shape. I think that was like the number 2 frame I've ever made, and you got it. Yeah, I think we'll give this a little bit of a go still with the sandpaper, and we might just kick it up a notch with a Dremel a little bit later. And there's no reason to sit here. Top of my list. Oh yeah, I'm telling you, these. I freaking love that frame. Yo, Ziggy, what's up? Hey, thanks, Huggy. You know, I've had this guy glued together, and it's been sitting here forever. Actually, I'm going to show you something. I'm so like freaking far behind. I just have no freaking time for anything anymore, really. But I got this guy going. This one's going to be with micarta and a jade center. It's going to be clipped. I've got one of these going. That's the marble carbon fiber, like the other one that Rob Cross won. I'm going to do this guy. I got a third one of these. I think one of these I'm going to be keeping for a wrap and tuck shooter. And I got this guy, carbon clipped, very thin. And we'll see how this one goes. Yeah, but that's what we got. That's what I got going on. And I'm so far behind. Yeah, the green one's sweet, man. The green one's sweet. The clips make it quite difficult to get anything else. Oh, you guys lose audio? Make sure we're all hooked up in there. Can hear here. Okay, all good. Yeah, so Eventually, I'm going to chip away at these ones. Once I get these done and out the door, I'm going to... I've got a frame I got to make for Chuck and Steel, and one for Mikey. And then it's going to be a break for a while. I don't know how long it's going to be before I get back on the horse. I got a lot of materials going, but I just don't have the time to do anything. So we'll see what's going on today. Even today, I've got we're going to be chilling here a little bit on the live. Then I got a workout to do. I got some chores to take care of, and then anyway, we'll see. I might have to get out in the rain and start raking the yard, get everything all cleaned up over there, and we'll see how everything goes. Got errands for the warden today. Okay, take it easy, Hoggy. I'll catch you later, bro. This is a slingshot, my friend. We're going to attach some rubber bands, and we're going to shoot shit with it once it's all done and ready to go. By the way, Deez, man, I've been checking out your builds, man. You're getting you're doing some great work too, man. Freaking fantastic. Some gorgeous builds. I'm still having trouble with my templates. I think once I'm done and I actually get a template that's bang on, I think I'll be pretty good to go. I'm actually thinking about talking to a machine shop out in my area. I got a buddy. Yeah, I mean, we all are D's. You know, slowly but surely we keep building, we keep at it, and we start getting better and better. And I think that's the serious question. Why is the space between the arms of where the bands get tied so small with you pros? I hit my hand all the time. Letters, I got a great video for you that's going to help you out. In my playlist, Quick Tips. In my playlist called Quick Tips, I've got a video basically about release. And most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time, when you're hitting your hand or you're hitting your frame, getting frame hits, a lot of the times it has to do with how you hold on and how you release the pouch. If you're holding that pouch and your elbow's down here, you're speed bumping. If your elbow's way too high, you're speed bumping. You have to try to get that lined up nice and straight, so when you're letting go of your shot, it's going to be nice and smooth. And I used to think that I was doing everything bang on right when I first started off too, until I started watching video playback of me shooting. And when I started doing, oh, that's looking pretty good. A little bit in there, starting to clean up pretty nice. When you start shooting, and your release is getting clean, you can really narrow up that spot that you're shooting from. This gap here on this frame, this is a 90 millimeter gap, and this is probably somewhere around 40 millimeters on the inside. What you working on? We're working on a slingshot here. Should I give you $100? Maybe. ATO. Whoop. There we go, Al. Sorry about that, buddy. I want one of your frames, D's, but I have to hold off. I'm buying a new frame for now. Yeah, it's. I think it's tough times for everyone all over the place. You know, cash flow was kind of low, unfortunately, especially for me here right now. It's probably going to be like that for a year or two. We'll see how the election turns out, but I'm hoping that we get shit sorted up here in Canada, and we can kind of be on the mend. But I don't know. It's up there for everyone, Letter, but definitely check it out. It'll help you. I started shooting 2 weeks ago. In that playlist, letter 51, you're going to find a lot of good information on there on how to make bands and all of that stuff. It's all in there, and it's definitely going to help you get started. And it should, if you're hitting a paper plate at this point, you should be down to a 60 after implementing some of these things. It'll help you out for sure. There we go. That one's coming out nice now. See if we can get this guy here. Usually when I'm sanding, I lock the piece that I'm doing inside of a vise. It tends to it tends to take all that energy and push it in towards the piece. It keeps you from kind of burning out your arms. How old am I? I'm 49. I'm going to be 50 in a couple of days. Oosh, me too. T-Rex, what's up, man? Quick tip, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Yeah, listen to Al. He knows what he's talking about, man. I got to get a... it's actually kind of fun. I think it's probably a natural step for all of us slingers out here that started off shooting, and then you kind of get ideas of what you would like, on your own. If you made your own slingshot and you get a pretty cool idea, and you kind of think, oh man, I think it might be neat if I had one like this or like that, or, I kind of like the handle on this one, but I like the forks better on the other one. And you can kind of, figure things out and create your own style of slingshot. And that's kind of how I landed on this Avro. I mean, I love I love frames with pinky holes. This thing locks in pretty solid in the hand, and it's great. Should I give you 100 quid? Well, we'll talk about it, buddy. Just posted up a Jade one this morning. Right now, it's hard to find time to make any more. Making more in a week or two. Nice. Yeah. I'm kind of in the same boat, D's. Too much running around, too much figuring shit out, and every single day I've got some crap going on. I just can't do anything for myself and relax anymore. It sucks. It sucks. I know last time this happened and things got hectic around here, I put YouTube on hold, but I don't want to do that this time because when I did that last time, it actually hurt my channel quite a bit. I really had to go crazy on the videos trying to catch everything back up again. And it's so easy to lose momentum if you're not posting and getting things done. So anyway, I'm hoping to keep the growth going, and at the same time, you know how it is. Time to hit the in-laws. We'll have a great weekend. You too, Rex. Take it easy, bro. I think we're about due for another live, man. We should get together sometime soon. What's going on in here? Let me guess. Talking about slingshots. Yes, sir. That's how we roll up in here. Mr. Luke's in the house. Cool hand Luke. Another sniper by his own right. That's for damn sure. Yeah. See, it's starting to darken up pretty nice in there. We got a little bit more work to do before we switch grits, but it's coming along. Yeah, it goes so much faster with the palm sander when you get in here and you're like, wah, just blasting it with that, but it's so loud, so loud. I usually have to just do the inside of the cup to make it to get her all clean. I could probably put it on the spindle sander. It would be quiet enough for us to still have a chat and do it, but my garage is in fucking terrible shape right now. Take it easy, LP. Cash flow. Yeah, you use cash. Yeah, well, I don't really get to actually see cash. It pretty much finds its way into my bank account, then immediately disappears. So it's kind of rough. Yeah, I wish somebody would take rocks and sticks and hopes and prayers, but they don't take those in my area either, unfortunately. Add more spit. Yeah, I probably should, eh? Thank you for the advice. Hey, no worries, man. No worries. You know, when I started off this channel, I was just basically, you know, the pandemic had just started, or was just about to start, and I was planning on just transferring all my bushcraft stuff over to this new channel because I discovered I'd made an error in my setup, and sure enough, as I was setting it all up, my son, one day we were in a place called Canadian Tire, and he saw a Slingshot, and he was asking me about it. I'm like, oh, it's kind of cool. You know, you can put rocks in that pouch, and you could shoot it, and you could hit things with it, and it's kind of fun. And he's like, oh, did you ever have one of those? I'm like, yeah, I had one, but we used to shoot pellets with my friends in the woods, and anyway, I never really got into it that much. I mean, by the time I started playing with slingshots, I pretty much immediately went to I pretty much immediately went right to like, you know, shooting pellet guns with my friends in the woods, or I didn't have a pellet gun myself, but a couple of my buddies did, and we'd shoot each other with those, and anyway, we just had some fun in that way, and yeah, it was good fun, but it wasn't too much longer after that. I was hanging out with my friends, going to bars and all that stuff, and I started young. We'll say that. What's up, dude? Tulsi, what's happened? Mom, hurry up. I'm going to be famous. He's speaking to me now, and only me. We're moving to Canada, Mom. Yeah, that's funny. Love the beard. Thank you. What's up, Daryl? Yeah, this channel has absolutely no content. How you doing, buddy? RVA shoot today. We are practicing speed shooting. Holy shit. Yeah, that's fun. You guys all getting together in a big group of you? You know a guy, Letter? Okay, cool. Every now and then, pop in on a Sunday. I do raffles whenever I get some of these guys finished. And if anybody's looking for one, I raffle them off and then send them out. I usually do like $10 a spot. $10 a spot. I'll do like 16 spots, depending on the materials. Sometimes I'll go up to 20, but you know, something like this would be 16 spots and shipping included. And that's what I do. And then I spin that wheel, and a random number picker will pick a winner, and then we send it off. Turkish hair transplants? No, actually, if I could just remove all the hair, I would be even happier. I never have to worry about it. Yo, happy Sunday, Mr. Coin. How you doing, buddy? I'm actually thinking at some point when I have some time, I want to build an Avro completely out of a tree branch, and I got the nice piece of wood for it. I just need the time and a good way to split it right down the middle. or split it from one side to the other side. I know I got my Sawzall. I might be able to do it with that just to get it as even as possible, and we'll see how things go. Won't be using any nice customs for the speed shoot practice. Yeah, no joke, eh? I almost gave up on my fingers trying to do high style. I seen a couple of guys do the speed shoots. I've seen a couple of guys do the speed shoots, and it seems like you got quite a bit of time. So if you're able to you know, take your time and actually just knock those cans down, and you can dial in your shot. Like if you're taking a shot like every 3 to 5 seconds, I think you got enough time to hit all 5, which is pretty cool. And if that's all that matters is actually making the hits, then there's no reason to go full psycho on those things. I think that's probably the approach I would be taking. Scruffy Nerd Reginald, what's up? I'm watching from Bangladesh. It's now, oh my God, 8:32 p.m. That's crazy. No time for slack and speed shoot white. You do everything. That is David's Goggins would say. Carry those. Who's going to carry the boats? I love Goggins. Guy's freaking awesome. Bit psycho, but he's freaking awesome. The world needs those psychos, I'm telling you. All right, let's see if we can just quickly get that palm sander going on here. And then we'll be able to, I got a couple of nice small bits that need to come off here, but that's it. So it's going to get loud for a second, guys. I apologize. What do we got on here? That's 80. Let's get the 400 grit. Yeah. Little 400 grit on you. This, oh, we're not even plugged in. Now, I was trying to get this all set up the other day. I was clearing a spot down at the back end of the garage so I can get like a little gym going so I can work out. And man, it's I was expecting it to be a little bit better than this, but it didn't really work out all that great. And anyway, I got one end of the garage somewhat cleaned up, and the rest of it's over here, and it's a giant clusterfuck. So let's see if we can get this guy over here. There we go. I don't even know if we're, let's see. All right. It's going to get loud a little bit. I apologize, but it shouldn't be too long. The palm sander definitely will speed things up for you. Far less effort physically. Got to be careful that you don't heat it up too much. Sometimes you can heat it up and you can burn the micarta. for some flat spots. Definitely coming around. Got a few more spots to clean up, but we are getting there. All right, we made some pretty decent headway on there. That's looking pretty good. I apologize for all the noise. I gotta get down here just a little bit more with the palm sander, but we're looking pretty good there too. There we go. And a couple more shots up here on the fork tips, but even just that quick little polish on the oak, just to give it a quick little shot with the 400 grit, it actually made it quite nice. I'm not entirely sure if I want to go way too hard. I'll tell you this though, I thought my Carta was going to be easier to sand than G10. I was completely wrong on that. I would definitely say that I would rather sand my Carta G10 any day before I do my Carta again. So I'll give you a quick wipe down here. I'll show you what we're working with at this point. But this thing is gonna pop. It's gonna look freaking beautiful when we're done. I just got to get inside that cup. Unfortunately, I have to do that by hand. Maybe fortunately for you, it's gonna be much better by hand, less loud. But we'll see how it goes. Sorry, what did I miss here? Joseph, what's happening, man? Oh, you're out of here? Take it easy, bud. I'm a non-builder, and I have the utmost respect. Yeah, the sanding part of it, it really does. It does suck. There's no doubt about it. I've been trying to figure out ways I can do it to make it actually quicker, and I do have a couple of ways. Maybe we'll do it. Maybe we'll do it right now. Fuck it. Let's do it. All right. Hold on a second. Let's get some room. This guy over here. Let's get rid of this poop. Let's see if we're rocking. No, we're not rock and rolling on this one either. All right. All right, I'm just gonna take this guy here. We'll give you a quick look at the tires. Ooh, that was close. How are we doing for battery here? Hold on a second. Oh, we're 100%. All right, audio should be back. All right, the audio should be back. You see my fucking disaster of a garage here. I'm gonna need a wrench for this. We're gonna move this fishing rod. We'll need a couple of tie wraps. I thought I had an adjustable wrench here, but I don't, unfortunately. All right. Give me a second, guys. I'm just going to run over here for a real quick second. That's what we need. All right. Here we go. I'll show you what I do here. So I'll loosen this guy up. I should give us the freedom to slide these right off. Yes, it works. Take my 400 grit. And I believe it turns this way. So what I'll do is take my tie wrap. There we go. We'll need a there. Wire cutters. Snip that off. There we go. Plug this guy in. I had all this set up nice with wires going around, but I had to move everything around. All right, it's going to get a little loud, but not too bad, I don't think. All right, let's see if we can get this guy sanded up here a little bit. We're wandering a little bit. We'll slide that back down and tighten this up. I should have tightened this up some more. There we go. That'll work. So if I have any of those spots where you see like a little white bits, we got to get those off before we move on to the next stage. All right, now I did Catapult Carnage. Hey, what's up, Chris? I was just shooting a video this weekend with the companion and a little bit of barbecue going on, and I hope you'll check it out. But yeah, man, I got that idea from you. Yeah, I even pulled the same trick that you do while you're doing your sanding, which is pretty cool. But anyway, this is what we got on there. Little micarta oak G10 Avro. Looks pretty nice. That sander makes really quick work, and it's pretty easy to control. You just want to make sure that your thumb doesn't hit the tie wrap like mine did. Kind of hurts a little bit, but you know, shit happens. Shit happens when you're making cool shit. I guess that's pretty much it. All right, so now that we got the bulk of the junk kind of cleaned up, we're gonna move up to a finer sandpaper. We're gonna hit that. We're gonna hit it with some 800 grit. See if we can get this thing to pop quite a bit. Should be pretty cool. Meki Riani. Why, thank you. That's very nice of you. Do a backflip. Come on, dude. You want me to die a couple of days before my 50th birthday? Is that what you're trying to do? Gotta run. Take it easy, Daryl. Thanks for stopping in, bro. I know this is kind of a bit of a boring live. Just me sitting here chatting, doing a little sanding. Yeah, Mike, I know. I get that all the time. I get the, hey, you look like Santa. I get a bunch of these things. Same comments. Name a car for an edit. What else do we get? We got a bunch of rude shit on the regular, which is kind of normal. That's why it's fun. It's fun to be outside when people start talking shit. We shoot the troll gong, which is always fun. But yeah. Anyway, look at that. That's coming out nice. This is going to be a beauty. Yeah. So the 800 grit's polishing that up pretty nice. The micarta is a little bit tricky. And I think this one will get a maker's mark. It's coming out. It's going to be a banger. Yeah, this is going to be a banger. Do I do archery as well? Yeah, I do. I'm actually thinking though about selling my 2 bows and getting a crossbow for this hunting season. And if all works out, I'm gonna do a hunting video and from A to Z. And I kind of assume that I'll end up having some problems with YouTube on that one, so I just won't even monetize it. I'll just do the whole thing. Troll gong, good idea. Yeah, man. I got one of those from a guy named Patrick. He sent me these flippers, the big leather flippers with a troll on them. So every time I get somebody saying some stupid shit, we got to toss them out of here. We hit the troll gong. That's what we do. I got another spot here that I seem to have missed. I'm going to have to hit that on the sander again. Yeah, one more spot. Everything else looks pretty good. Now, the cool thing is like right now we're sanding it off. Yeah. I got to get that. Hold on one second. Let's tilt you back up again, just a little bit. There we go. No, it's not this side, it's this side right here. All right, let's get this guy here. All right, now I'm thinking what I'll do is I'll actually just cut this little guy off here. We'll cut this little guy off. We'll take this one off. We'll bump this up to a real nice grit, and we'll polish the shit out of those off of that bottom part there. This way. This paper that I got here, I'm really not crazy about it. It's kind of, I don't know how to say it. It's kind of, oh, it's kind of, oh shit. I put it all the way over there. Hold on a second. Let's see if we can hold it like that. This paper is kind of, I don't know. It's kind of brittle. It's kind of weird. Like as you're sanding with it, it just kind of breaks apart on you. I know it was kind of nice having one of these packs. The price was really nice. All that was good, I guess, about it. But the strength of the sandpaper just isn't there, and it comes apart on you. I'm going to use it up. I'm just never going to buy it again. It's probably going to be the end of it for this one. Once we're done. All right. Put you over there out of the way. By the way, guys, if you're ever doing this kind of stuff, I highly recommend wear a mask. You don't want to be breathing this shit in. It's really not good for you. And I should be wearing a mask as well. And normally I do. Only because we're doing this live here, I want to be able to talk to you while we're doing stuff. And fuck, I did it again. Looking pretty good though. The one 1200 grits, taking good business, taking all that stuff off, that extra white bits, those odd little spots in there is coming right out. Yeah, that looks pretty damn good. Now we're going to have to finish that off with sandpaper. Can you give me a shout out? Jose Cortez, shout out to you, buddy. Hit that thumbs up button for me. So slingshots and wrist rockets at Academy Sports are garbage. I don't know. I don't know what Academy Sports is or what the ones you're talking about. But if you're talking about those, those original wrist rocket style frames, I know a lot of people get on with them. For me, they're just not for me. They're not for me. What kind of sander? It's a Wen. It's from a company called Wen. It's a cheapie. It's a cheapie sander, but it definitely works well. Price is right. You can attach a vacuum to it, which is something about it that I really like. Typically, when I'm in the shop, I'm actually wearing my mask all the time. I've got a proper mask to wear to keep the all the particulates and dust out of my lungs. I also plug the shop vac into the back of that sander, and it sucks up all the dust and crap that may be popping up into the lungs. So that part of it works really damn well. And it's very, very well priced. I got mine on Amazon. It was like, I think it was around $200. And basically, I built the Slingshot by hand. I sold it, and I bought that sander with it. So that was pretty much it. So I raffled off a Slingshot. And bought that sander with it. And slowly but surely, I'm gonna keep on picking up machinery. So the first one, the first tool that I bought, it basically came out of my pocket, was the I think what they call the workmate or workshop, or anyway, it's called a blade. It's called a blade runner, and I picked that guy up. It did a lot of good work for me. It cuts all my materials, no problem. I use diamond grit bits that seem to last just about forever, and I do all my cutting out with that thing. Once that's done, yeah, that's looking good. You guys about ready for an update? I'll give you a quick update of this thing soon. We're just getting the last little bits cleaned up here. And after that, everything that I've purchased, for the most part, that I didn't have already, I've purchased with the proceeds of Slingshots that I've made. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's kind of developing into a fun hobby, and I'm hoping that at some point soon I'll be able to get a couple of proper tables instead of these little folding tables that I've been using, and we'll be pretty much in business. Now, I think when I finish this guy up, I'm going to finish it up with, it's going to be the first time I try it, but we'll see. I'm going to finish it up with, what do you call it? Help me out here, guys. Crazy glue. It's going to be a crazy glue finish, or PL finish is what they call it, I think. But once we get that all solved up, all sanded up and ready to go, I'll throw in the maker's mark. We'll give it the good sand down on the front to make everything flush. Yeah, you see, this is what I'm talking about with the sandpaper. Just fucking rips all the time. But once we get it all sanded up, cleaned up, ready to go, I think what I'll do is I'll put my maker's mark into the center of this bad boy, and then we'll give it one of those PL finishes, and I'll get on my nitro gloves. We'll wipe this guy down really, really nice, and it should be an absolute banger at that end. So far, it's looking really damn good. See if we can get this cleaned out with the old sweater. So let's get it cleaned up just a little bit. So this is where we're at so far. It's looking pretty damn good all the way around. No more chunks, no more nothing out of it. I think basically what we got to do at this point now is pop that hole in the center, put the maker's mark in, and depending on how that looks, if I can find them, I don't know where I've put them. Down here. Shit, did I lose my maker's marks? I think I did. Oh, I found it. Okay. It's just under a plastic bag. So I think with that nice little gold bit hanging right in the center there, that should look pretty damn good. And I don't even know if I'm going to put the other pins in. I don't know if it's worth it. I do have a nice brass little lanyard tube. I could probably stick down at the bottom there. I don't know if you can. I don't know. I've never done that before. Not just yet, anyway. But it might be cool. We'll see. We'll see what I do with this one. Not entirely sure just yet, but either way, I think it's going to look pretty badass once we get it all said and done. Wear a respirator, Scott. I was just talking about that earlier. I normally do wear a respirator, and anyway, I normally do. I've got brand new filters for it. I'm using the P1000s. It works fine. It's great stuff. But I'm definitely going to wear a respirator when I do that. Not messing around with that at all. Normally I do that. I even have my shop vac plugged into my machinery. But today I went live and I'm feeling a little bit lazy. I should have done it though. Sweet build. Thanks, Zach. How you doing, buddy? Just thinking you don't see as many parrots since the decline of pirates. Oh man, we should save the pirates. You know, actually, if you want a fun fact about pirates, apparently in Russia, I don't know if this is true or not, but apparently in Russia, you could pay a certain amount of money and you can go out and hunt Somalian pirates. Imagine that. You pay a couple, 10, 20,000. I heard this. I can't remember where I heard this. I think it was on a podcast somewhere, but you can just like go out and shoot people. And it's good because it's on international waters. How fucked up is that? I'm telling you, man, this world has gone batshit crazy. I wonder if this would fit onto that thing. Hold on a second. Let's take a look. Give you a little turn over here to the big old sanding machine. If this does work. Nah, it's too big. Let's see if we can just change this up real quick. And this will save me a lot of work down the line. If I can get this to work out. Let's see. Take those guys off. Give that a little snip. A little snippity snip right there. We'll pull this tube off. We'll put this tube on. Where did my paper go? Here it is. Make sure that's all the way down to the bottom. Did I leave them all the way over there again like an idiot? I think I did. Oh, wrong way. Get this snugged up. Nice again. Hold on a second. Let's get that back up to the top. This way. There we go. Okay. Should just make sure I keep my tie wraps right beside me. This way I won't have to worry about all this trash. But we'll definitely see if we can get that inner circle there cleaned up nice. Because that's the one thing I find with these Avro designs. That's probably the worst. It's probably the worst part about all this, about this whole build from A to Z, is those is getting inside of that hole. Shit, it still won't fit. Oh well. All right, it was worth a shot. When I use one of these, I've got some small ones like this that are usually pretty good. They're sanded down. They're, what do you call it? They're worn down, but I have a hard time finding any that's above the. I have a hard time finding any of those things like in a small or a high grit, like 1,000 grit, or I haven't found anything above 200, 250, I think, or 240 was the only one I was able to find. So it gets kind of annoying. Haven't slept yet, Bazzy? Hey, Leon, what's up, bud? Captain Tire near me always has spindles on clearance. I hoard them. Yeah. How about the not the spindles, but the sleeves, the sanding sleeves. Are you able to get your hands on those at Crappy Tire? That's one of the hardest things I've had to find is the sleeves. To have them delivered to the house, they're always around. I can almost find up to 240 grit, but I can never find anything above that, which kind of sucks. Way better than Depot. 4 packs for $4. Wow. Second place, Joe. Thanks for stopping in, buddy, and hitting that thumbs up. I appreciate you, bro. There we go. The inside of that hole is coming apart, coming together real nice. Let's see if we can get this other bit sanded out. There's just one other spot that seems this sandpaper sucks. Sorry, don't worry about that, dude. We all have shit going on. I was actually debating if I was going to go live at all today or not. You know, I've already been live yesterday, the day before, did some filming, got all that stuff set up. But I'll show you what I'm working on. This should be right up your wheelhouse. Look at that. Nice oak and micarta G10 Avro. It's going to be a looker when she's done. That's for damn sure. And I'm thinking about putting in a maker's mark. Where'd I put it? Ah, man, I gotta start paying attention to what I'm doing. I'm thinking about putting a maker's mark and a brass tube inside of at the bottom for a lanyard. Should be pretty nice. My birthday is coming soon as well. If you don't mind me asking, when is yours? May 4th, man. May 4th is the big day. This next little week is going to be, this next week or so is going to be pretty crazy. Tomorrow I'm going in for a little surgery on my ankle. They're going to remove a little fucker that kind of grew there. I'm going to get rid of that. And then we got then I got my birthday. Then on the 6th, my dad's got a meeting with the doctor. He's supposed to be going in for some heart surgery. So the next little while, this whole fucking month is just going to be a shit show. Yeah, mosaic pins, man, I'm telling you, definitely the way to go. Bone spur? No, I got this fucking thing. It's called a fibroma. It's like a little weird ass lump, I guess, that goes on there. It's not cancerous or anything. It's not like the last time, but it's kind of in an odd spot. It's right behind my ankle where my boot and my shoe will actually touch, and it's it sometimes it feels like if when I'm walking around a lot at work or I'm at home with my legs crossed, like one leg under my other, it feels like I got a cigarette burning me, and I'm fed up with that shit, man. I want it off. So the last time I had my appointment with a dermatologist to check me out, I had asked to have it removed. She's like, "Oh no, it's not dangerous. You don't need to have it removed." I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I want it removed. I want it off." I know it seems like nothing. They're not supposed to be dangerous, but when I had that one cut out of my neck, that wasn't supposed to be dangerous at first either, and it turned into cancer. So I want that shit out of me. I'm not fucking around with that shit no more. You know, they fucking suck. Yeah. You know, the way where I grew up, it was like a it's kind of like a shit show. You know, you've been shot at. Guy tried to stab me. Guy tried to fucking light me on fire. You know, he had all kinds of shit happen in that fucking old fucking neighborhood. And it's a fucking freckle that's going to end up taking me out if I'm not careful. So, you know, you got to be careful. Unfortunately. All right, let's get one of these. Oh, I already got one on there. Perfect. Per-fucking-fict. All right, let's what I'm gonna do is plug in the Dremel a little bit here. I've got a little buffing wheel on there. I just want to give the side of it a little hit and see how it's going to look. It is going to get a little loud. Again, I apologize. All right, so here we go. Make sure this is all the way down there. There we go. One of the things slipping out and hitting me in the face. Well, The shine that's coming out of this thing. It's going to be freaking awesome. So as you guys have probably seen or noticed so far, the only work that I've done is on the sides. I did a very, very light sanding on the front face just to get her cleaned up. And there's a reason for that. So when I'm sanding this guy out or doing this little polishing bit on the sides, it's because we're pretty much done at this point. I am going to get a couple of holes drilled and glue in those pins. And I used to epoxy the pins in, but the epoxy is way too fucking messy. So what I started doing was actually just gluing in, hang on a second, let's give this just a little touch. What I actually started doing was actually just, what I actually started doing was just gluing in the, pins with like crazy glue. And I found it works really, really well. They do not move. They lock right in place. And that's that. I just give the, when I drill the hole, I use a, you know what? I can't talk while I'm doing shit. So give me a second. Yeah, multitasking. Everything my wife says is true. Men can't multitask, or at least this one can't. All right, let's shut this shit off, and I'll get back to what I was trying to say. Here, look at that now. Boom. Look at that. So basically what I'm going to do, oh yeah, I forgot to do the inside. We'll have to get that too. But even in the cup, everything looks pretty damn good. So basically, I get the sides pretty much just about done. And then I drill the holes through the front and the back. And then when I'm done, to bring down the size, I sand up the maker's mark, and I sand up the lanyard hole that we're going to put in here. And then when I get everything kind of locked in, I'll put it down face first, and I'll sand it like this until we bring it down flush with all the wood. You have to be kind of careful doing that to make sure you stay even, but it's going to look pretty damn good. Get that inside. All right, even the inside of the lanyard hole looks good now. Yeah. There we go. That is a Slingshot, my friend. Ultra green. Pretty fucking sexy too, I think. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Thanks, man. I take a lot of tips from knife makers. Lots of crossover. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, G-Flex. Yeah, G-Flex is good stuff. I use another product called C-Tough, which is pretty damn good too. It's a little bit cheaper too. Oh, sweet dad. How many kids do I have? I have one kid. Yeah. Yeah, so that's gonna be pretty cool. I think at some point today I'll get that measured out, put the maker's mark in there, drill the hole, and then get that lanyard tube done. Here it is. I just had to turn my head a little bit to find it. But I think with that little maple leaf in there, sitting in there just like that, but right here, and maybe this brass lanyard tube down at the bottom. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that one if I'm gonna do it or not. Nope, I don't have a blow up my knee thing. I did blow up my back once before though, Mr. Tanka. Use a dowel chucked in a drill. A dowel for what? I use an end mill actually to drill my holes. But yeah, subscribe, like, and love craft channels. Oh, cool. This is more of a slingshot channel though, Ultra Green, if I'm being completely honest. But I am planning on doing some more of these slingshot builds. They're a lot of fun. But I know not everybody likes the not everybody likes this kind of content. But anyway, it's fun to build shit. Sanding the hole. Oh, yeah, I got you. Yeah. But the hole came out really, really nice. It came out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. And this thing holds like a freaking dream. I'm telling you, holds fantastic. And it's right. I got the pinky hole set up right in the exact spot for me to really get my hands up close to those fork tips. I'm actually kind of excited to shoot this thing. Ah, cool. Yeah, we do. I do a little bit of all kinds of stuff on this channel. I do a little slinging, a little shooting. I'm here for the building content, brother. I have 20 years. I have 20 on the go right now. Wow, it's an addiction at this point. Yeah, I've got a couple others on the go here. I'll show you. I just don't have much time, man. It's killing me with the time. Got this this Jaden Bison. I've got this marble carbon G10 with a white liner in there in the go. Got a second one just like it. And I got this one, which might stay in my hands. I'm not sure yet. It's going to be a clip version, toxic green, carbon, and black G10. Yeah, the marble's fire, man. I just got rid of one of those, actually. I just sent it to its new owner, and it's going over there. It should be arriving any day now. Also, you can flare the tube. Yeah, I know. That'll be pretty cool. See, this is another one. Pigeon. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Come up with something new. I get that same comment all the time. I'm not falling for it. I always joke that I want to keep everything that I make. Ah, dude, I had to stop making knives because of that, Scott. I started making them, and I had them in my hands. I'm kind of like, fuck, I love this thing. I can't get rid of it. It became a big problem for me. It really did. But the biggest issue was I had guys that were asking me about oh, I want a thing. I said, listen, I'm a family man. I don't know how long it's going to take me to make it. I'm a busy guy. I said, but it's going to be like 4 to 6 weeks. And like literally I had people climbing up my ass after 2 weeks. Oh, can I have pictures of the progress? I want to see where you're at, and just like fucking hounding me for it. And it got to a point where it's like, you know what? I'm never, ever making anything to order again, ever. This is the last time. So what I started doing was now I make things. I make slingshots when I have time. They go up for raffle, and that's it. And whoever wins one, win one. And if you don't win one, well, too fucking bad. Keep trying or don't buy one. I don't know what to say, but I'm not going to get caught in that trap where I'm a slave to the people who are buying shit from me. So there will be no more of that. Hey, Mark, where's my shit? Yeah, all of that. Yep. That's the kind of thing that drives me nuts. Yep, make them how I want. I put them up for sale, and that's it. I mean, I had people just fucking going psycho on me when that was happening, and I was just like, "Fuck, man," you know. I just don't have time, you know. Yeah, I know you had to. Yeah, but you know, it just kind of sucked the fun out of it for me, and part of it is, you know, I get to make something. I think it looks pretty cool. I like the way it looks. It's kind of nice. I put my heart into it. This is the way, and that's it. So now it goes up, and people ask me, "Oh, can you give me this? Can you give me that side? This color, that color?" Nope. You can jump in on one of the things, and if you like it, you like it. If you don't, well, too bad. And that's it. Flare the tube? Yeah, I might flare the tube. We'll see. Hola. I'm going to say a word. It starts with F, and it's fuck off. See you later. Yeah, it does. It does. It kind of sucked. It sucked the fun right out of it for me, man. And that's why now I'm going to do it the way I do it. And if people are going to start hounding me for, you know, for slingshots and ETAs and all this shit, I'm just going to be like, I'm not like, you know what? I'm just going to stop doing it. And I'll make them for myself and for a couple of my friends, and we'll leave it at that. You know, with all the shit that's going on at this time, it becomes bye-bye. Yeah. With all the shit that goes on, it just starts to become in trouble. Can you say hi to Ivan, please? Sure. Hi, Ivan. How you doing, buddy? Parker, what's up? Yeah, it just becomes rough, and they don't realize, you know, the effort and the work that you put into some of these projects, and yeah, and that's it. There's some people too that'll be out there that you'll never get something good enough for them either, which kind of sucks. But I don't know. It is what it is. It is what it is, and we're just out here to have a little bit of fun, you know, make something, and see how everything's going. I did say hi already, Ivan. How are you? Oh man. See you later. Say hi to your mom for me. How about that? The same thing that happened to me building farmhouse tables. Yeah, same kind of thing, man. It'll drive you freaking nuts, man. Have a little bit of fun. That's all we got to do. It's all we got to do to keep things interesting in life. And it sucks when you got a bunch of dipshits around you just driving you fucking bonkers. Anyway, I understand though, people are spending good money on things and they don't want to have any kind of hassle. That I get, you know, and they're worried that somebody's going to scam them or whatever. But I mean, when you've had people, when you've been in the community for quite some time, and people know who you are and what kind of quality person you are, they know that you're not gonna fucking rip them off. But some people just, I don't know, they get fucking weird. All right, let's do it this way, so we don't get too much shiz on there. Got to keep this thing nice and solid without it messing up too much. I like to cut my what do you call these things? My Maker's Mark thingies a little bit on the large side, so I can give them a little bit of a sanding before I go and chop them down. So basically, just to show you, that's a thickness. I give it about an extra 1/4 inch. I'm going to give it a little zap on the sander. Make sure we get her nice and clean. It's not going to be all that much of a difference, but we got to make sure that we have a nice clean cut on there. So when we sand it down, it'll be like perfectly flush with the with the frame in the end. And also at the same time, we don't want to have too much to remove while we're sanding it down a little bit later. Where'd it go? Here it is. Yeah. So I got about anyway, a little tiny bit here. See the thickness difference? Maybe it's better this way. I don't know. A little bit hanging out on either side. I'll give this a quick little sanding on a sander, on a belt sander. Just give it a little zzz, zzz, just enough to flatten it out. So it'll be much less sanding that's going to be needed to clean it all up at the end. All right, let's put that in there. All right, and I am going to cut another section off of this little guy here. I don't even know what size this is, actually. I can't even remember at this point what I bought. There we go. Make sure I don't go too heavy on there. I don't want to... Let's see this. Yeah, about the same. It's hard to show. There we go. It's about the same. So it's a little bit on the warm side. We'll have to give this a little sand around the edge to get rid of that burr. And then I'll give it a little touch on the one side because the other side on this side is pretty bang on. This one, I've had a couple of cuts off of it, so we'll have to zap this, give it a little sand around. And you can see here, I've already hit it with sandpaper around the exterior. So that part of it's going to be good and easily glued in. This one, we're going to have to sand around the outside. And normally how I do this is I stick that whole bit in a drill bit, or in a drill, and I just give it a shot, and I just give it a wipe up and down a couple of times with some sandpaper just to give it some good grip. When it gets all glued together. Whoop, there we go. Thank you for your live this morning and help me cut strips faster. Latex. Oh, nice. Now I have pouches to do to tie pouches. Oh, good luck, Scruffy Nerd. Reginald, have a good time, man. You kind of look like my gramps. Nice. I try to catch you again next time. I'll have to go from wife. Will beat me. I gotcha. How does somebody learn how to build frames? And where do you get the G10 from and micarta? Well, I usually order from the G10, and the micarta I get is from Valley Composites or Maker's Material Supplies in the US. Acetone. Yeah, I usually use alcohol. I got some rubbing alcohol right here. Works just as good to get the finger oil off. Hello again. Ziggy's back. Scruffy Nerd. Yeah, so I don't know, guys. I think I'm going to wrap this one up at this point. We're a couple of hours in. When I start doing the drilling, I like to be 100% focused on that. I don't want to have to be worrying about the camera too much. So, yeah, I'm going to wrap this one up right now. You guys take care, stay safe, get out and practice, be good to each other. I'll see you again soon. I love you guys. You're freaking awesome. And the next time you see me, hopefully we'll be shooting this thing. And maybe or maybe not, we'll be raffling it off. We'll see. Take care for now. Thanks for stopping in, guys. I'll catch you later. Bye for now.